you guys prefer shotguns or submachine guns in Stalker 2? Today we have another 10 weapons, armor sets, and attachments you can get very early on, like the kitted out Viper SMG with the extended magazine, silencer, red dot sight, or scope attachments. And this gun pretty much melts anything you come up against. Or what's considered by many players the best shotgun in the game, simply because it's the fastest one to reload with this magazine attachment. And yet it also does the highest amount of damage still. Most of the gear from today's video is located right here in the garbage zone, so you'll be able to come here as soon as you finish the main quest in the lesser zone. Please do leave a like on the video if you find it helpful, and now let's begin with armor number 1. Did you guys miss the free facehugger mask and scope hidden at the slag heap in the garbage zone? It's located in the north of the garbage zone at the slag heap base, just here on the map. You can't miss the concrete structure, it's absolutely massive. So this is how you reach the gas mask. This is the front entrance, just on the left hand side here, and there is a staircase going right to the top. So we're going to take this one, and then after we're at the top of this, if you turn around, you can take this one over here. And now once you're at the top of this, you can climb up this staircase. And now we're on the rooftops. Oh wait, there's one more. Okay, now we're on the very top of the building. There is a PDA just here you can read. And also, interestingly, this is the non-stop Stalker energy drink. It actually reduces your stamina cost and gives you max stamina restoration. But the loot we need to get requires us to drop down onto the scaffolding here. Then if we run along the edge here, there's a little hole here, and you can grab the first stash in this duffel bag. And then we're going to hop down here, and now we want to jump on top of this roof here. And once you're on this roof, you can hop onto this concrete, and then you can take this ladder to the bottom. Just slide down those wooden rungs, get some nice splinters, and then you'll find the PG4 face hugger gas mask right. Apparently it's nicknamed the face hugger because it slightly squeezes your face when you're wearing it. And another duffel bag, and something in this box sometimes. Now use this ladder to get out, because if you actually walk along the edge here and drop down again, you can then drop down here. There's another ladder, and if you climb up here and jump over the top, you'll find another duffel bag to loot right there. Now, beyond the mask looking really cool and having very good physical protection, it's not actually that great in terms of radiation resistance. You can boost the radiation resistance by 15% and increase its wear resistance. The only other upgrade is the side protection upgrade, which doesn't really offer you too much. So beyond being in a combat situation, it's not that good of a gas mask. But next we can actually grab the PSO 4x scope, which goes on the following weapons, including the AKM, at the exact same location. So let's get that next. So to get this, we need to go to the very top of the heap. So once again, we're going to climb up this ladder, basically go all the way to the top again. And this time, once you're up here, just run over to the side here. You can hop on top of this bus and then down over here. And once you climb down from this bus, if you turn around, there's kind of like a little scrap heap here. And you can hop on top of this crane. Then from here, you'll see very carefully, if you look underneath you, there's actually a stash which you can search if you lean off the edge. And in that stash is going to be the PSO 4x scope. But many Stalker 2 players consider this next weapon to be the best shotgun in the game, with the magazine attachment on it specifically, because it makes it the fastest shotgun to reload in the game. The M860 Cracker is a pump action shotgun with a slow rate of fire, but consistent damage per second in comparison to all the other shotguns. You can even upgrade the penetration further as well, but it's mainly going to be the go-to weapon against mutants who don't have any armor. And also at the same location, you can grab the PSZ-7 military body armor, which is a great early game armor set with upgrades that actually reduce the armor's weight by 2, boost your carrying capacity by an additional 10%, give you another 5% more stamina regeneration, and you can even boost its physical protection even further. This can be found in the very northeast corner of the garbage zone, right here where I'm standing on the map, in the commissary location. If you come from the right hand entrance just here, it's inside this building. So you can see this is the entrance. Just follow the road and take the first left, and you'll see this very grand looking building. And if you actually go inside and just head straight upstairs, you can find a hidden armor set right here, along with a duffel bag. And this is the PSZ-7 military body armor. Now, after you grab that, before I show you the shotgun location, I just want to quickly say there is another location just over here. You can drop down a hole, which where my marker is right there. There'll be a bloodsucker there. Once you drop down that hole, just run around the cars here all the way until you get to this double door. Run to the end of this, and then you'll find yet another military body armor. Now, after we get that, in the same location of the commissary, we can also get the shotgun. But to grab this, you have to go inside this bandit-infested building. So what I suggest doing is going to the right-hand side of this pipe just here on the map. So from the entrance to this building, we can just go ahead and run over there to the left here. And this is the best way to pretty much avoid all the bandits. If you have a silencer, it's even easier. But this is the big building we want to enter. You can see there's a big pipe that goes all the way along here behind the toilets. And if we actually climb up behind it, we can then run down the back of the pipe. Jump over the back here. Just keep going, and then if you actually look in this window, you'll see a sleeping bandit. Just go ahead and take him down with a headshot. And then we can drop down and enter the building undetected. And if you continue along this walkway, you will find an enemy who is to do with the story. It's kind of a good time to kill him, to be honest. Up to you whether you do this part or not, though I don't want to spoil anything. But here he is, Gerekson. There we go, we've sorted him out. And we can also loot his PDA there, which makes a bit of the story faster if you do that. And what we actually came here for, there's a Stalker stash, and right here some ammunition. And this is the M860 Cracker shotgun, so we can grab that off the shelf there. As you can see, it is 100% durability. But if you want one with the magazine attachment, in the garbage zone right here on the map at the slag heap, during the main quest line, you'll have to climb up to the scrap heap, and you'll be on top of this crane. There will be a cutscene here, and then you will get Nestor's stash, which is just at the end of the crane here. And inside this stash, you'll find the M860 Cracker, which is the shotgun I already showed you how to get earlier. The only difference is, now normally you need the blueprint for the magazine feed. His version already comes with the magazine attachment. The pump action shotgun has quite a slow firing speed. And when you reload it normally, you put one in the side and then you put the rest in the bottom, individually loading them into the weapon. Like so, it takes a while. But now, once you have this clip attachment, it still has the same firing speed. But now when you reload the weapon, it is literally instant. And then suddenly you have 10 shots to fire instead of a maximum of 6. So obviously this makes the weapon much more effective at killing mutants because you're not going to die when you have to reload. But personally, I still prefer the fire rate of this other shotgun I showed you how to get in a video a few days ago. Because if the threat is dead, it doesn't matter if you need to reload. You can grab that shotgun for yourself from the link below, but let me know if you think it's better or worse. Now, if you actually want the blueprint upgrade of the extended magazine for the shotgun so you can attach it to any weapon of the M860 Cracker, you've got to come over here on the map to the chemical plant to get this, right here in the central elevator in the top right corner of this zone. You can see I'm standing on the bottom right corner here. We've got to go over to this building in the middle. You can see this blue truck and the conveyor belt behind it. There's a big ladder on the left side of this building. I think it's on the western side. Let's just go up this staircase. It's not a ladder. Don't know why I'm calling it a ladder. Go all the way to the top. You can head down onto the other side of this bridge. Go all the way around to the other side. And then you'll see a ladder which you're going to want to take going downwards. Once you hit the bottom of that ladder, grab a bolt. And watch out because there's like gaps underneath this so you can just run and jump over them. Hit this lightning trap, jump over, and then go right. And go all the way to the end. There's a lot of radiation here, so take care. Take this right, and this is the stash we need to loot. This one has the blueprint in for the magazine feed specifically for the M860 Cracker and a bunch of other loot. It does cost 11,000, which is why I showed you where you could get one for free, but it turns the shotgun from mediocre to one of the best in the game. I actually compared every early game armor set available in the lesser zone and the garbage zone, and it turns out that the PSZ-5V Guardian of Freedom suit has the highest combined physical and radiation protection. And you can also wear a helmet with it to boost those stats even further. It's specifically designed for stalkers who want to carry artifacts. And it has a physical protection of 3 once upgraded. You can also boost its radiation resistance further as well with several upgrades. And it has 2 lead containers which reduce the artifact's radiation to 0 as well. And this is how you can get it for yourself. You can find this armor set right here in the northwest of the garage zone, just here on the map in the Brood location. Now, once you actually arrive in this location, you're going to want to come into the center area right here where these pipes are. You can see the scrap heap with all the smoke there and all these pipes next to this toilet where they kind of touch the ground near the digger here. If you actually come over here, you can just climb on top of these pipes like so. Just jump up there and then run along the edge and keep going. Now, you will have to like sprint jump to get up here, and then you can just continue all the way onto the brick rooftop here. And right here is where you're going to find the PSZ 5e Guardian of Freedom suit. There's also a satchel here to pick up too. But if you go back to this area where you jumped on the pipe, there's actually an area underneath. So you can pick up this bandit note that is a logbook. And if you actually come into the bunker itself, you'll find this bandit hideout, and there's a diary here. And I kind of need your help with this one, because if you read the bandit diary, it does actually mention that he buried a gun near the camp. But for me, no stash is marked on my map, so I don't know if this exists or not, but I wasn't able to find any buried loot. So let me know in the comments if you found anything. Now, if you're wondering why you would want a kitted out Integral A Viper SMG in Stalker 2, here's why. It has the highest fire rate and penetration compared to the other submachine guns. This makes it great for taking out armored enemies, especially because it's so accurate. But since it only has 20 bullets per clip, it feels like you have to reload it constantly. So here's how to get an extended magazine and a silencer for peak stealth gameplay. But let's grab the gun first. Now, you can find a PDA that tells you about a hidden loot stash right here on the map, just to the northeast of the garbage zone where I'm standing. Very close to the slag heap base, just to the east of it, you'll find the dig site right here. Now, this location won't be marked on your map when you first come here, but you can basically see there's kind of like a crater in the ground, and it's near these 2 big things blocking the road here. So that's where I am on the map. You can see that's the slag heap up there, and we can just drop down here, and this is the dig site. So if you follow this cliff along on the west hand side, you'll basically come across a hidden cave, and inside this cave you'll find a duffel bag, but much more importantly is a PDA right here on the ground. And if you pick that up, it's going to tell you about the cement factory stash, just to the northeast of our location right here in the cement factory. When you arrive at the cement factory, there is a little walkway that's pretty much directly on top of the stash. And this is the best way to access it. You'll see a blue truck underneath you, and you can actually drop down onto it, avoiding all of the anomalies down over there. And then if you turn around, you'll see a secret area behind you, which you can enter. And in here, you'll find a safe stash, and then a bloodsucker will spawn behind you. But don't worry, we're safe in here. The real treasure is the Integral A submachine gun. It's worth 17,000 coupons. And now when you're actually coming out, you'll need to kill this bloodsucker, so do take care. If you stand in here, it can't actually reach you. So you can kind of just come out like this and just bait it to come up to you and just carry on shooting it. Get wrecked, son. And if you guys want an extended magazine as well for the Integral A, it's really not far away. This was the reloading point where we just were, and if you go to the northeast, you'll find the cement factory. And just over here on the map by this river, we can find a secret underground location stash that has the Integral A extended magazine. So once you arrive at this location, you can just hop off the balcony. Do take care though, because it is quite a fall. And you'll see this broken bridge with a couple of tanks on it. You can then walk around to the marsh area just down here, and you'll see underneath this base is kind of like a sewer system that you can access right at the back here. So once you get here, this door is going to be completely boarded up. So we're going to go ahead and clear that out of the way. My grenade didn't explode. That was my only grenade. Okay, I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll just smash all of the... And then we can open the door and gain entry. Now, the actual stash itself is going to be right at the back of this corridor, but do take care because there is a bloodsucker down here. So let's hop down. Can't see it yet. Here it is. You can see the water being disturbed. Wait, is it dead? What the hell? Okay. What? That's never happened before. We're going to literally run down to the end of this corridor, and there's going to be a stash right here at the end. And inside it, we can find the high capacity Integral A magazine. And you can literally put that right in your weapon. And now we have 10 more bullets in our magazine. There's also some ammunition back here as well. And just so you know, sometimes this won't spawn. I think it's a bug, but this whole box won't be here. So what you need to do is just literally like walk around the area for a couple of minutes and then come back. You can even go and sleep in the base upstairs and then just return and it will have spawned. For some reason, it just takes like a few minutes. But also at the same location, if you did read Roosevelt's PDA, there is actually a stash just here on top of this roof. And I want to show you how to get to it because it took me ages to figure out. So basically you go inside here and you climb up this sort of conveyor belt right here. But for some reason, the game won't let you actually jump out of this roof. You can see the stash is just down there. So what you need to do is turn around. There's kind of like a little gap here. And you're basically going to crouch, walk out sideways, and then jump, and you'll be able to get onto the corner of this roof, which has this stash. And in the stash, you will find a 65% M860 cracker. Now, if you do want a silencer as well for the Integral A, which I do recommend because it just turns it into a beast of a weapon, you have to come all the way over here on the map to the Red Forest. There's actually a trader at this location, the pile driver location, just here on the map. And once you do arrive, this is what the location looks like. Just head upstairs, it's a safe area, and you'll find the trader just in here. Just go ahead and trade with him, and as you can see, he offers the weirdly named pistol silencer for 5,300, which fits on the Viper 5 and the Integral A. You can also get the holographic sight and RNBW 2x scope, but I showed you how to get that for free in yesterday's video, which I'll link below. And we can put our silencer on this, and it looks pretty damn kitted out. Now, before I show you where to get the sniper, there's two artifacts you can grab nearby our location in the north of the cement factory region. If we go ahead and zoom in, not too far from the cement factory itself, to the northwest, you're going to find the floodplain location. If I zoom in right on this island just here, you'll find the artifact. And since we have the scanner from yesterday's episode, we can very easily now just watch the number. As it gets smaller, we're basically getting closer to that artifact. And sure enough, we can pick it up and sell it. And the next location on the way to the sniper rifle is just to the east. It's called Hell. It's almost like the highway to hell. And when you actually get here, you're going to want to look out for this big fire truck just over here. It's at this front bonnet area you're going to find the artifact. Also, if you want to grab a fully repaired SVDM sniper rifle, it's very easy to get. You just need to come to the northeast of the cement factory right over here on the map where the dam is. If I go ahead and zoom in, this is usually how you enter the next zone to the north. And we are right here on the map. So here we are at the dam location. And in order to get the sniper rifle, we need to come down here, up the staircase, and you'll see this kind of little shack. Inside this room, there's a bunch of boxes that are basically stopping you from getting inside. So in order to get rid of them, you can just yank a grenade through the door here. Oh! Boom! All the boxes are destroyed. Now we can actually open the door properly. You could just shoot them as well, but the sniper rifle, the SVDM2 sniper, is just here behind the window there, hiding away. As you can see, it's 100% repaired, worth 25,000 coupons. It's extremely accurate, it's got a good rate of fire and very high damage, and obviously you can improve it beyond that. Now, the only problem with this sniper is the fact that the ammo is pretty hard to find. So if you want some better ranged weapon options, check out this next video over here, and I will see you there.